I want to say welcome to this live today. This is quite a peculiar one, in the sense that because of the light of things that is happening all around us, I want to say welcome, and I also want to say good morning to those watching from Lockdown Challenge, and also want to say good morning to those watching in Limitless Life Pro fan page and those watching on YouTube or whichever other platform that you are watching from. I'm really, really grateful that you make out the time. I'm gonna keep this very, very brief today. Thank you, Solomon, watching from Abuja. Thank you so much. So, for those watching, can you just tell me where you're watching from? Give me some hearts this morning, because what we're gonna be talking about is something which I strongly believe has severe consequences on the way we relate with each other, on the way we try as much as we can to be a better human being. If you want to chase your dreams and achieve your dreams and become an exceptional human being on earth here, then relationship is very important. So welcome to the Lockdown Challenge. And I'm grateful that you make a time to be part of us this morning. So I want to say that relationship is vital, and as some of you have been participating for the past two sections that I've had, and I believe it has provided value. And just to let me know if the past two section has helped you, has improved you, has supported you, has given you a different perspective on things. Just put some comment down. Just tell me. I just want to know. Just put some comment down on the chat box wherever you're watching from, and just let me know that those sections has been relevant. The informations and the content has helped and has better improved your relationships, and also awareness on how things can be different in your life. So I just want a couple of comments on the comment box, and also give me some hearts and likes so that we just know that you're all here. And I believe that what we're going to share this morning, we profoundly support you and also help you to be a better human being. So before I go into what I will be sharing today, which some of you must have heard from the title, which is very, very important, is reflection, right? Reflection, relationship reflection, George Floyd case. Relationship reflection, George Floyd case. I want us to just watch my normal intro just to understand who I am, what I do, and where this coaching or workshop or whatever you want to call it is coming from. So I'll be with you in just a moment.
Limitless Life Pro is a knowledge-based academy for those who want more from their lives than just leaving it to chance. Within our academy, we focus on taking action daily to move you closer in realizing your goals, purpose, and dreams in life. Our mission is to empower, motivate, educate, help, and inspire people to live satisfied and fulfilled lives. Through focused collaboration with our experts in the fields of entrepreneurship, wealth building, fitness, leadership, relationships and family life, and spiritual life, we are able to provide you with the knowledge to transform into the best version of yourself. Limitless Life Pro Academy is founded by Chindah Chindah, an author, transformational and motivational speaker, a life and relationship coach, entrepreneur, husband, father, and youth leader. Limitless Life Pro Academy. I can, I will. No limitation.
So welcome back to the Lockdown Challenge. And I believe that, this section is just for us to reflect. Okay, that is just what I want to do on this section. For us just to reflect on the light of things that has happened and that is happening right now all over the world. It's not just a particular country any longer. It's almost like a movement that is taking place all over the world. And I'll be specifically drawing some lessons from George Floyd case, because I think that represents a lot of humans and a lot of not just black folks and other people all over the world, because of what they're going through, what the challenges and the difficulties are. But just before we go deeper into that, I want to say that my heart and my mind is heavy since this event took place. It's been very challenging for me. Unfortunately, I'm not able to share the video here with you guys because it's quite brutal, it's very gruesome, and it's very dehumanizing, completely out of this world. And it's not something I want to continue to um, watch or see people watch, because it's painful and it's very, very touchy and completely wrong. I mean, from every level. So I feel really, really bad about the event. But I've been thinking about it for the past a week now, and I've been reflecting. And I want to be honest, I've cried sometimes because of just taken over by my emotions, because just thinking about him and thinking about what happened, it's really, really broke me, and it really affected my mind as well. However, I wanted to say that this is just one case of someone crying for help, someone crying for to be rescued, someone that is under an influence of completely wrong environment. So George Floyd, as most of you must have heard on the news, on different social platforms, on different news streams and organizations, on different videos. A lot has happened for the past 1 week, and the movement hasn't just stayed in America. It's come down to the UK, to London, to Birmingham. It's gone to Germany, to Netherlands, to France. It's gone everywhere. And that just to tell you how people are feeling and the frustration of people that a 46-year-old black man died in Minneapolis, Minnesota, after a particular police officer called Derek Chauvin, a white police officer, knelt on his neck for almost 9 minutes, precisely 8 minutes and 46 seconds. It was where he's gasping for air, where he's crying out for air. You know, I thought about this and I said, I mean, look at me, I'm breathing right now. You are breathing that is watching, or you're going to watch this later. But can you imagine how you're going to feel when you're not allowed to breathe normally? You're not allowed to express yourself fully. You're not allowed to survive. You're not allowed to have this gift of life that God gave us, and give us breath of life so that we can enjoy the free air without paying for it. But someone, unfortunately, was there to choke someone and to suffocate someone and to ensure someone does not have access to the free air that God has given. And because of that, I said, okay, I'm looking at lockdown challenge, all right? And yes, I had something else I wanted to say, but I said, look, this is very important. Okay, and you're watching this now and you're listening to me, or you're going to watch this later, and regardless of where you're watching from, there's something I want to say to you, and there's something I want to draw from this case. All right. And most of the things I'm going to be talking about is just on the screen. But let's think about this man that have lost his life. Okay, think about this man that is no longer here with us. Think about this man that wanted to leave, but he was not allowed to leave because of brutality, and because of injustice, and because of discrimination, and because of what someone had decided to do, to the extent of taking a life. I want to challenge you today, and I want to provoke you with the relationships you have and with the people in your life. It's your behavior, it's your action, it's the decisions you make and the choices you make. Is it allowing someone to be, or is it stopping someone from being? Think about that for a minute. your choices, your actions, your behaviors, verbally, body language wise, written forms, where you are now in your family, in that business, in that job, in that relationship. It's your actions. Is it allowing someone to breathe? Is it allowing someone to be? Or is it stopping the person from fully being and manifesting everything they have? It's a moment to pause. It's a moment to think. Because we need to say a big, massive no to these vices: racism, injustice, discrimination, human and sexual trafficking, all forms of abuse, slavery, partiality, and hypocrisy. There is no way you're going to form a relationship with someone if you are constantly not allowing them to become. We all have rights and privilege to become here. No, God never said you should take that life or you should stop that person and you should not be right with that person. It's a right that we all have as humans. It doesn't matter if you're white or black folk. It doesn't matter right now. What the key thing here is we have rights to become. That's what my slogan has been: be bold to follow your dreams. I don't know what dreams that you have right now that you hold so dear, that you're passionate about. I don't know what you are longing for, but I want to say, in the process of trying to get this done, the process of trying to win this or win that, or achieve that, or get that accolade, or whatever it is, the question: are you being partial? Are you favoring some people or not some people? Are you racist? Are you bringing injustice? Are you destroying? Is someone not able to breathe because of you? Is your brother, your sibling, your father, your mother, your friends, your colleagues, your relatives, your uncles and nieces and nephews, the strangers on the street, are they not able to breathe because of you? Think about that for a minute. Because if you think you have power, authority, if you think because of your status, because of your academic achievements or academic accolades, or because of the tiny little money you think you have, or because of your family background, or because you think you can speak better, or you can act better, or because you think you've achieved this or that, and then those that are vulnerable around you, those that may not have the exact privilege, or you may not even have a lot of privileges, but a tiny little one you have, you make other people's life really miserable. Then you're not a winner, because if you win in racism, you win in injustice, if you win in discrimination, if you win in dehumanizing other human beings, the way you speak to them, the way you talk to them, the way you act towards them, the way you really hurt them, the way you inflict pain indirectly or directly by your actions and choices. If people are going through all forms of abuse, economic abuse, financial abuse, marital abuse, relationship abuse, mental abuse, psychological abuse, and you sit back there and laugh and enjoy and feel comfortable in that, can I just tell you that what goes around comes around? You may have a laugh today, but we have a God in heaven. It's a justice God. And the question again, I want to say, apart from other people doing things, you that stays and watch, do you keep silent? Because when the good people keep silent, evil prevail, evil thrive. I mean, I'm not glorifying people looting or fighting or people going through the wrong way to do things. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that in your country, in your urban town, in your rural area, in your family, in that business, in that school, in that university, in that tertiary institution, in that apprentices center, in that youth group, or whatever group that you are in, the question is, do you keep quiet and allow evil to prevail, evil to reign? You say, I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be part of this. I don't get involved, but evil is prevailing right where you are. And you say, well, that's their problem. That's not my problem. You see, when God created humans, God never said black or white. God never say rich or poor. God never said, all these classes that we have today. And they say you're from this place, you're from that place. You speak like this, you don't speak like this. And we have all these segregations and definition of distinctions and, to make things not to look like we are together. And there's a lot of divisions and demarcations and all these things are all there. And it now looks as if that the whole world, we're just very chaotic humans. We cause these problems to ourselves. It's good. We need to go back to basics again. When he says he created a male and a female, that's what he did. And all these definitions that were brought into the world, Africans, Americans, Europeans, black, white, Indians, color, mix, all these things. Could you imagine? We all created this stuff, and this thing is causing a lot of problem. It's not supposed to. But if the intention was to put people under, was to put people suppressed and subjugated, and to make some certain human beings to look like they are animals, they are lower, and then other people, it's terrible. That's a terrible vice, and that's not who God is. God never made us like this. We created this mess. But how can we begin change? It's by you sincerely making up your mind that I don't want to be part of things like this. I want to change. I want things to turn around. And then your actions will begin to change. So start from your family. Start with your friends, your colleagues, your relatives, your boss. Start where you are in your business. You can't change the whole world, but you can start where you are and begin to craft change in the way you relate with people. Because Floyd is no longer here, but what is the message? Because I can tell you there are many people in this world today, it's like someone is putting their knee on their neck, where they cannot be, where they cannot become, where they cannot rise, where they cannot raise their head, they cannot shine, if they cannot radiate their talents and their ambitions and the visions and the goals, where they cannot fully express their humanity, then someone is putting their knee on their neck. Now that person could be black or Asian or white. That person could be anybody. The question is, are you putting your knee on someone's neck, on your mom's neck, your dad's neck, brother, sister, friends, colleagues? Are you putting your knee on someone by your choices and your actions? I want you to think about this carefully and reflect over this, because you cannot have great relationship. You cannot build a better world. You cannot build a better society, a better community. You cannot build a better home for yourself and for the future generations if we continue to act the way we do. There's no excuse for injustice. There's no excuse for racism, discrimination, sexual abuse. There's no excuse for any forms of evil. There's no excuse for hypocrisy, for lies, for partiality, for favoritism, for slavery, and treating other people as less human beings. There's no excuse for that. So I want to round up here. Like I said, my heart is full. And I've been thinking, I've been reflecting, I've been meditating. And sometimes I've cried over the evil and the brutality of many people in this world. And then I ask myself, you're one of those. Are you going to act like them? So that is why you need to reform yourself. You need to change. I know we've talked about the ultimate factor, God, but I want to say that God is very vital in this, because sin is a big problem. Sin is terrible. And this is, sin created all this mess that's happening all over the world today, and all these terrible vices that is crippling human abilities and capabilities to do incredible things, to dominate the earth, to rule, to create, and to become exceptional. So you need to find your way back to the Creator if you haven't. Now I can understand that you might be in a different order of faith, but look, I want you to know that God is absolutely crucial. Now I don't know what your decisions are, your views are, or your perspective or your narratives, but I want to say for mine, if I want to make a change, if I want things to be different, then it's important for me to find out who made me. How did I get here? What does it want me to do here? And then where am I going after here? These are profound questions that you need to ask yourself. George Floyd is no longer here, and this is just a tribute to him for giving his life for some of us to wake up. Don't let his death be in vain. Let's do something to our surroundings and to those around us. I'd like you to provide your comments and share your views. So the ultimate goal for today is for you to reflect on your choices and your actions you make every single day, and for how you act and behave for those around you. Because can I tell you, everyone watching, we need to breathe. And we need to let others breathe as well. God bless you. And may God bless this weekend. Bless everything you do. Reflect and change. Take care now and remain blessed. I want to say thank you so much for all those that have been able to join this morning. I appreciate you all. And I believe that it's God's plan and God's will that your life will continue to be great and be amazing. I wish you all the best. Continue to follow your dreams. And please, breathe freely and let others breathe as well. And as you do so, God is going to bless you richly. So some comment here is saying we need to breathe and we need to leave others to breathe. That's right. Absolutely. That's right. We need to let others breathe. And it has to come. Yes, it has before. I used to tell my mom, my mother boss, what I want at any time. And I see her, and sometimes she will just shout at me without reason. But after your lesson, I went to talk to her. When I looked into her face, I noticed she wasn't in a good mood. So I left her. Wow. Wow. That's a profound lesson. God bless you. Thank you for sharing. Please, can you share things that you have learned from this coaching, and also what you think that based on what I've shared today, you know, how do we need to do things differently? How do you need to change your narratives, your views? And then how do you need to make a better choice, you know, and a better thing so that you can help other people breathe? Okay? Breathing is free. We don't need to pay to breathe the free air God has given to us. And I will encourage you to breathe. And for this, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. And I hope that, you know, every one of you has got some value from this. And I'm hoping that you're going to be better. But please say a big, massive no to these vices: racism, injustice, discrimination, human and sexual trafficking, all forms of abuse, slavery, partiality, and hypocrisy. And so that we can build a better society. Relationship matters. But if you mess it up, you can change today. You can be more cautious and sensitive on how you make your choices and action, because it's affecting somebody directly or indirectly. God bless you all, and I wish you all the best. Take care now. Bye.